morning, Nampa Fire. Good morning, Caldwell Fire. Chief Frawley and I got together today to make an exciting announcement, and in efforts of clear communication and really trying to reduce any rumors that might be occurring or occur in the future, we wanted to get together and make sure we got this out as a team and inform you well. Before we do that, I wanted Chief Frawley to introduce himself to all the Nampa firefighters that may not know him at this point.
Well, good morning, Nampa Fire. My name is Rick Frawley. I'm the new chief in Caldwell. I've been with Caldwell for the last 6 months. I come from California. I worked in the Milpitas Fire Department for the last 26 years, working my way up from firefighter up to deputy chief of operations. Experience in the USAR world, experience in as a paramedic, experience also in working in the labor group, and I bring experience to the organization that I hope will bring a new vision to Caldwell and a new way of working together. I like to function in partnerships and working well with our partners here in the Valley. I see a future for Caldwell and Nampa working together in this training partnership that we're about to engage in.
Yeah, and so that's the big news. We have an opportunity right now in the history of our departments to really give a shot at something that we had been discussing for a while. Caldwell currently is in need of some assistance in the training division. Obviously, they've had significant changes in their department over the past 6 months. And so through conversation and through a good partnership, starting immediately, we're actually going to have the training chief from Nampa Fire Department manage the training division for both Nampa Fire Department and the Caldwell Fire Department. This offers a lot of opportunity to us, both in training as well as operationally, to find many advantages, work together. How we're choosing to do this is really a one-year pilot. We don't have the details of what that agreement looks like, and that'll come in the coming weeks. But we did make the decision and plan on making it effective immediately, that we're going to work together and under the guidance of our training division, really work on honing in where our departments go in the future.
We're really excited about this partnership. I see the vision of working together both for an upcoming recruit academy as well as placing our truck company in service within the next 12 months. As we grow, as Caldwell grows, as Nampa grows, as Canyon County grows, working together is an essential goal of our training and our training vision. And I'm pretty excited about that. It's going to mean ways that we can function better on the fire ground, enhancing safety for our members as well as for the community.
So how does this benefit Nampa? Actually, there's benefits on both sides. For Nampa, we actually, I believe we will actually realize both safety increases in operations on fire grounds. We're basically now touching borders with Caldwell. We often are on the same fire calls. Knowing that operationally and tactically we're in line, that we're doing the same things when we're responding to emergencies, only creates efficiencies on the fire ground that improve safety. So there's one positive and that I believe for our organizations. A second one is really the opportunity to share knowledge and instructor pools. We had our last academy. We had 30 of our members that were highly engaged into that process. Adding in other members of the fire department from Caldwell to be able to support in that effort relieves our people from such a heavy burden. It's not that we don't want to continue to use all the gifts of those people from our department, but we just want to add in the gifts and talents of the other firefighters that would be available to us through this agreement.
And I think for Caldwell, it's going to allow us to elevate our game up to the next level of truck company operations, and seeing that partnership between both agencies as we function on the fire ground is really going to help elevate the way that we function in that next level of fire service operations. I also believe, as the chief mentioned, the shared vision of coming into how we operate and how we train together is only going to mean a stronger workforce out on the fire ground.
Yeah, really improving safety for both communities, or the community as a whole.
So Chiefs, what are some of the challenges you perceive with this agreement?
I think, as with anything in the fire service, whether you call it egos or personal ideas, some of the hurdles we will hit in any big decision, and this is a big decision to do this pilot. we each have our idea of what we think is right, and then when we try and blend two different cultures, and we all are under the same fire culture, but we each have our own organizational way of doing things. And so blending those things together and knowing that in the room when we're making decisions on how is something going to operate on a fire scene or a medical scene, that we're looking at it from a perspective of what's right for the whole, what's right for the end user, our citizens, as well as the safety of our crews. So I think that those things in any decision in the fire service can, when we get those ideas of what we believe is right in the way versus an open mind to what could be one hurdle. I think Chief Frawley and I had talked earlier, another hurdle for us as chiefs is political hurdles. Obviously, when we went through the annexation, we saw those political hurdles that are emotional based, that we don't want to lose our fire department. So I could imagine that Chief Frawley will have to manage some of those political hurdles as Caldwell elected start hearing that NAMPA is helping with their training division, that ensuring that the Caldwell Fire Department is the Caldwell Fire Department and they're taking care of their citizens, and we just manage those political relationships and curveballs as they come. I can't think of it.
Well, and as the new guy, as the new chief coming into the organization, I ask a lot of questions, well, why do we do what we do? Why isn't there a different way of looking at something? And I think sometimes that opportunity, rests in asking those questions, looking outside of what we've always done. Maybe there are better partnerships, maybe there are better ways to accomplish our task more efficiently, but at the same time, be mindful of what I call the scar tissue that people carry, from their organizational ups and downs. And as we move forward, I ask everybody to come into this relationship with a clean and clear vision, and look at the clean and clear communication that we're trying to message out to both organizations about moving together in a partnership.
Chief, how soon do you think this will start up?
Oh, actually, we want this to start effective immediately. We know both organizations, really there is no time like the present, right, when we talk about implementing new programs. And we have programs in place that are getting ready to begin that will be very valuable to the Caldwell firefighters. And so the reality is right now is a great time. We have a transition going on in our training division. We still have Chief Munchie around for a little bit longer, who he can help get the front end load of this started. And the reality is we're not changing directions of where we're going. We're just going to continue, and Caldwell Fire Department is joining us on the journey. We still have the same plans of excellence and strength and unity and our service to the community. So right now is what we're telling our organizations, that you will begin to see collaboration at the training level from our departments, and soon to be Chief Jardine will be at the helm, communicating well with the Caldwell administration team. There may be days where Chief Jardine has to go over there and manage something, but the reality is it's the same program. We're not changing direction on where we're going, and we're not being asked to. We're going to get supplemental instructors and knowledge and gifts brought into our organization, and I think it's going to lead to some great opportunity, both in theory and discussion, as well as in operation and tactics. So.
Yeah, we have a unique opportunity with the momentum that we're experiencing in our organization, as well as what we see in NAMPA, and getting this momentum up and running, to the Chief's point, is pivotal in terms of keeping that momentum going. There's no time other than the present, as the Chief mentioned, because we've got some great changes, some great updates, some great improvements, increasing in staffing in Caldwell, new resources. So we want to get that momentum up and running and shoot for a vivid future. So in summary, I'd like to thank both departments for listening to our message this morning and hearing what we're moving forward with as an organization. We have support from both of our organizations. I've met with my mayor, my finance department, my council's aware of our direction that we're going in. This is going to be a one-year pilot program. We want to build the partnership and see what works and how we can move forward in our training environment and our training partnerships.
Yeah, and I also want to thank everybody for their grace and patience. It is a good time to make this decision and move forward. We also have full support from our commissioners. And again, a one-year pilot will keep a close eye on the things that go right, the things that go wrong, and at the end of the year, we'll evaluate and see what the future looks like for our training division moving forward, as well as a cooperative training program. So thanks Tampa Fire and thanks Caldwell Fire. As you can see, we were born on the same date, so maybe it was meant to be. And we'll align our visions and training plans, and we'll continue to take care and be safe.